I don't think you like Neil Young as much as you think you do.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here, and it is time for a new record review. Time to talk about the new Neil Young and Crazy Horse record. It is the 5,000th Neil Young studio record. It is called World Record because he has released more records than anybody else. No, I don't know about that. But he's got a lot of records. We did the listography early in the channel's history, and it was a lot to get through. We took 2 weeks to do it, and it was still a ton. So yeah, the new one. How you guys feeling about it?
I don't think it's as good as the one he released last year, but I still think it's good. I'm giving it 3 stars. I kind of like the balance of it kind of sounding like a little bit like Harvest, Gold Rushy, and then at times there are songs that aren't as soft and give off like that classic Crazy Horse vibe, especially with some of the guitar tones. But overall, I think it's merely good because I don't really think there's a bad song or moment on it. It just doesn't have the passion and the highs and the emotional lows that his best work does. So it's a nice piece of the catalog. I think his more recent release was better than this. I can't remember the name of it. I could easily look it up, but I'm not going to. Yeah, this one's still good. I mean, he's just a good songwriter, and he knows how to control his voice and not let it go to the point of being just terrible for the ear. He's reining it in. He plays to his strengths, and the songwriting is the star of the show. There's some really nice accompaniment. Nothing trying to go overboard. It's just reined in good songwriting.
All right, I'm gonna blow your minds a little bit with what I think about this one because I think it's great, and not even like great for 42nd album great. I think it's his best since 1990. I like it better than everything I've heard since Ragged Glory, and I didn't hear his last one until today. I went back and listened to Barn a little bit, and it's fine. It's kind of toned down Crazy Horse, which that's not my preferred Crazy Horse. The guitar tones on this, when he breaks it out on I Walk With You and Break the Chains, like it takes me right back to 1977, American Stars and Bars, a little bit Tonight's the Night. Overhead has that great Are You Ready for the Country kind of piano swing to it. And even 15 minutes of Chevrolet, I think is great. I think that's one of his best songs. I mean, that's a top 25 songs of the year candidate for me. I think it's great. Um, Again, it kind of reminds me of the classic 70s, later 70s Neil Young. And I don't know what was missing from like 1991 until now. And it's not like he's doing anything too different, but I think just the song itself is built around a catchier melody or something. And he's breaking in that really grungy, dirty guitar tone, which I love. The one from Like a Hurricane. And I just find it so much more fascinating than anything he's written lately. The lyrics are sort of, pseudo hippie Mother Earth. He's talking about like the Earth's bounties and all he takes from it. And then he has a song about Chevrolet, which is hilarious. He's singing about like a classic car, polluting it. And he doesn't mention polluting the earth or anything like that. It's just the pleasures of driving and 15 minutes of it in this album about the bounties of Earth. So it's this weird, like total, thematic change up, but it works. I think everything on here I like more than anything except for maybe a couple tracks from like Silver and Gold and um, Harvest Moon. But I'm going 4 stars easy on this one, and it's a pleasure to hear Neil Young that I can like listen to and not think of like I wish I was listening to anything else by Neil Young. But he finally did it. I don't know how, but he finally did it for me.
Before Jason goes, I want to feed off something you said because I also think it's true on Barn, but the thing that's different between all those albums for like 15, 20 years is like he's not being so bitter and aggressive in your face. Like he's kind of relaxed and he's back in his rocking chair now and just having like that old man charm to him. It's a little playful and whimsical at times, instead of like him pretending that he's still like this young protest warrior with an old voice. And I think just kind of that change in delivery and, stature really helps.
Yeah, it's playful, and yet like there's a lot of energy behind the playing, which I'm immediately attracted to. So without that like really grumpy, I hate Enron and I'm gonna make a concept album about all the like, Welcome to Greendale and what was the other one he's done, or George Bush or Donald Trump. Just like you find the simplicity in the songwriting and get back to being warmer and friendlier, Neil.
Well, I was not a fan of this record much at all. I cannot believe Joe likes it that much. It is just, I don't know. It's tough because on one hand, I think songwriters, I want more protest. I want more activism. With everything that's going on in the world, it's crazy how few artists seem to talk about anything. And yet when he's doing it, it's just, I don't know why it doesn't connect with me at all. And it's not that I'm annoyed by it or that I think he should keep his politics out of music, but something about the songs just feel so tossed off still, just like he spent 2 minutes working on it. And on the other hand, like I want there to be like, I like artists usually that can cut down the facade of songwriting. Like it doesn't have to be like doused in metaphor and hard to understand. I like when an artist can just directly say an idea, and he does that. He just says what he's thinking. And yet the songs just are so lame to me. I think the melodies maybe don't fit the emotion or what he's trying to say. Just feels like he put so little effort into any of it. I like a couple moments on this record. I think the opening track, Love Earth, is catchy. It's got like this 50s vibe. It does kind of a little bit of like a Blue Moon interpolation, which is kind of cool. I think the guitar solo on I Walk With You is really cool. There's some great guitar tones, but aside from that, most of these songs just feel just like, I don't know, nothing about them stands out. What was the one? The World Is in Trouble. I hated that song with all the accordion all over it. Sounded terrible. Chevrolet, 15 minutes of it, just unnecessary. Was not much of a fan of this. I gave it 2.5 stars.
I don't think you like Neil Young as much as you think you do, or at least as
No,
much as you think you did before the channel.
no, I definitely don't like Neil Young that much. He has like 5 good records. He's not.
I think the accordion is a little heavy-handed once you get to, I think, The Long Day Before and Walking on the Road, or maybe The Wonder Won't Wait. There's a lot. It's Rick Rubin producing, so obviously that's a strike against it in Jason's eyes. They did it live, which I think the sound and the production I think is great. Actually, I really like the energy they get out of it. A lot of analog. I think they recorded the whole thing analog as well, and it has a nice warmth to it. So, Jason, I think you're just hearing what you wanted to hear, which is not a good Neil record, but I mean, I haven't given him a 4-star since 1990, so I'm back in the Neil corner.
Joe, there's no way this is better than Harvest Moon. I mean, get a grip on reality here. There's just no way.
I don't like Harvest Moon that much.
It's nowhere near as good as Harvest Moon. It's nowhere near as good as Prairie Wind. It's nowhere near as good as Mirror Ball.
I think Colorado is much better.
It's not as good as Sleeps with Angels. It's not as good as Ragged Glory. It's not very good.
I know. I said since Ragged Glory.
It's really a shame the internet and SNL took down Kevin Spacey's spoof of his 2006 album, where it's basically just about George Bush, and Kevin Spacey does this ridiculously good stoned like Neil Young impression. It's really hard to find on the internet now because Kevin Spacey is creepy and canceled. But if you can dig it up out there, check it out. It's hilarious.
All right. Well, let us know what you think of this record if you've heard it. Are you feeling like Joe? Do you think it's a high-end Neil record, a welcome addition to his discography? Or do you feel more like me, like it's just another needless addition? Let us know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.